Well, it looks like Drake has trouble in Perth. Yep, that's right. In the Australian tour that Drake participated in, it looks like there's an outbreak of measles. It says here a person infected with measles attended Drake's Perth concert at Rack Arena. It says here a public health warning has been issued after a person infected with measles attended rapper superstar Drake's Perth concert. Thousands attended Rack Arena on Tuesday to see a Canadian rapper on the first night of his Australian tour. The Western Australian Health Department said on Friday the infected person was a returned traveler from Bali. WA Health has urged people to be aware after the infected person visited several other sites around Perth this week. So it looks like there was some traveler from Bali who attended the Drake concert in Perth, and now Australia or Perth has to give a public health warning in regards to this. And as being Drake had pulled up there and he had showed up to this karaoke bar. This was before the concert, before that night. He was checking the temperature of the Australian people, tapping in with the people. And it looks like right after he did this, he went to that concert, and that's when the outbreak occurred. It also looks like somebody got the government of Western Australia Department of Health website and was able to confirm that Drake, let me just zoom in right here, that the Rack Arena is one of the places that's actually infected by this. It looks like here the Rack Arena, which in parentheses says Drake's concert was affected by the measles outbreak exposure location. So it's not just Drake's location, it's all these other locations, multiple cafes, a barbershop. But the biggest venue I think that's located on here or listed on here is the Drake concert. Obviously, there was a lot of people there. It's a concert, it's an arena. So it's the largest location that got affected by the outbreak. It was also reported on the Perth Reddit. I guess they have their Reddit forum over there in Perth. I didn't even know that, but it looks like they had made a post to notify the general public about the Metropolitan Measles Alert in regards to Drake's concert. This is crazy. I did not expect a measles outbreak to occur over there, but I'm pretty sure nobody was expecting this to happen at all. It says here, Communicable Disease Control Director Dr. Paul Armstrong said anyone with signs or symptoms of measles should be tested, and their doctor should notify the Department of Health. Anyone who has visited an exposure location during the dates and times listed should monitor for symptoms. If symptomatic, wear a mask and seek medical care before pressing at a GP clinic or a general populated clinic, I'm assuming, or emergency department. Call ahead so staff can ensure you do not infect other patients and staff. It says here, early symptoms of measles include fever, tiredness, cough, runny nose, and sore eyes, followed by a red, non-itchy rash 3 or 4 days later. The rash usually starts on the face and spreads to the rest of the body. Community members who visited the exposure location should watch for symptoms for 18 days after potential exposure and visit the Department of Health website for advice. So you mean to tell me that everybody that attended this concert, this Drake concert, has to monitor their health and safety for 18 days, bro? Now, obviously, this is because somebody had attended the Drake concert and therefore everybody has to, monitor themselves. But that's crazy, You go to a Drake concert, there's a measles outbreak, and now you got to watch yourself for over 2 weeks, a little bit over more than 2 weeks. That is crazy. That is probably the worst experience to have going to a public concert. And the thing is that I think Drake might have to monitor himself, right? I mean, just because he's the person performing at the concert doesn't mean that he is not also excluded from this situation too. I think Drake also has to monitor himself, right? I could only assume, right? Keep it alleged, but everybody there has to monitor themselves because they're saying that if you're at any of these locations, you got to watch yourself during this time that it took place and the date that it took place. So I'm assuming that Drake would be a person that would have to watch his health as well as everybody that attended the show. This is just a crazy thing to see. This is a crazy thing to happen, especially because Drake hasn't been in Australia for like 8 years, last time he was there. And then this happens. Crazy turn of events that happens after his first concert back in Australia. And it's just a really bad experience for concert goers and everything, But y'all tell me how you feel about this. Y'all tell me how you feel about the situation here that happened in Perth at the Drake concert and everything, the outbreak and everything, and get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.